So, Mr. Richard, we have the phone number that ends in 1752.
I'm talking about the number you supposedly contacted the defendant on.
Yeah, you're the defendant, and it's the phone number that ends in 1752.
No, that's an assumption and presumption. I'm not nobody's defendant. Under what law are you saying that I could? What charges? What are the charges? You're refusing to answer any questions. That's what you're saying? Because I just have questions. I
It
didn't
does
even
not.
answer. I didn't even ask the question. So how did you answer it? That's what I'm saying. Are you refusing to answer the questions? Why are you enforcing statutes if you took an oath?
Mr. Richard, we have the phone number that ends in 1752. I'm talking about the number you supposedly contacted the defendant on. Yeah, you're the defendant. And it's the phone number that ends in 1752. No, that's an assumption and presumption. I'm not. I'm not nobody's defendant. Under what law are you saying that I could? What charges are? What are the charges? You're refusing to answer any questions. That's what you're saying because I just have questions. I didn't even answer. I didn't even ask the question. So how did you answer it? That's what I'm saying. Are you refusing to answer the questions? Why are you enforcing statutes if you took an oath? All right, guys, today we've got one of the most annoying sovereign citizens I've ever covered here. Like, seriously, this dude will just not shut up. He's not really sticking to the usual, I don't recognize your court script. But, man, he is still playing the sovereign citizen game of acting like the law doesn't apply to him. And spoiler alert, it does. Judges do not mess around with this kind of nonsense, and honestly, it's painful to watch. This guy is a complete imbecile. Here, let me know in the comments what you guys think this sovereign citizen's IQ is. And if you're into content like this, make sure to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Let's go ahead and dive in here.
Appear at the evaluation.
So, Mr. Richard, we've been waiting for you to talk to one of the doctors, and we've been setting this case over for that to happen. When you were here on April 8th, we discussed that you were scheduled for that appointment on April 24th. So I know that you were aware that they had you calendared. Mr. Richard, why didn't you show up for that appointment?
Well, that was an assumption. I wasn't aware of anything.
Well, you were at the hearing when we talked about it, so.
I don't recall.
You participated on Zoom on April 8th, and we discussed that your evaluation was calendared for the 24th of April.
Was there anything signed for confirmation?
Your attorney has been working to get that set up. So,
Well, I haven't talked to anybody.
Mr. Parent, have you been in contact with Mr. Richard?
Looks like my office, we tried to reach him to make sure that he appeared at the evaluation, but we are unsuccessful in reaching him.
Do you have proof of that?
Yes, I have my colleague's notes that we tried to get a hold of you.
And what was the number?
So, Mr. Richard, we have the phone number that ends in 1752.
I'm talking about the number you supposedly contacted the defendant on.
Yeah, you're the defendant, and it's the phone number that ends in 1752.
No, that's an assumption and presumption. I'm not nobody's defendant.
I'm gonna guess this guy's IQ is like -3, maybe. Like, how does this dude have the nerve to just straight up tell the judge he's not the defendant? The audacity of the sovereign citizen is just insane. Or maybe it's not audacity. Maybe he just genuinely doesn't care what anyone thinks about him at this point. Either way, the guy's in court for something so simple. He was literally driving, traveling, without a driver's license. Honestly, I just have no idea why he won't just pay his dues and move on with his life. These sovereign citizens are just so egotistical. It's honestly insane. Let me know what you guys think about this guy so far. Let's dive back in.
Custody, the court may have to set bail and have you placed in custody to get this evaluation accomplished. So when you are informed of the appointment and then you choose not to appear, the court interprets that as a willful violation.
Under what law are you saying that what charges what are the charges?
We've gone over that. You have been told that you are charged with driving while license suspended and driving without an ignition interlock device. So
When,
I understand that
what was the
I
date?
understand you disagree, but at
No,
this
what was the
point,
date?
we need
I
to,
don't disagree with none of the facts. I said, what was the date?
the date of the driving. Is that what you're asking?
Well, I don't drive, so I'm trying to figure out the date you have on file.
June 4th, 2022, Your Honor, is the charge date.
Thank you.
Okay, and have I been charged with anything?
Yes.
And what is it? What are the charges?
As the court just read aloud, driving while license suspended and driving without a functioning ignition interlock.
And is there a witness that you can bring to attain to that?
Those are the criminal charges. You also were cited for not having insurance.
Yeah, but do you have a witness?
Yes, the city has witnesses. We have the officer that will be testifying.
The officer. Okay, well, can you read the police ticket on the record?
We're not having a trial today. We're trying to figure out whether or not you are competent and able to proceed in this matter, and that requires that you speak to a doctor. But that is what we're trying to accomplish. And Mr. Richard, if you refuse.
Can you explain to me? I don't understand. So can you explain to me how
We've
how this works?
explained this to you previously. So what I'm going to ask you is whether or not you are going to comply with meeting the doctor out of jail, or does the court need to set bail and have you booked into custody so they can talk to you there? That's not what I'm wanting to do. I would like you to cooperate and have this case proceed with you out of custody.
Well, I need some type of contract to obtain to whatever you're asking.
This guy is straight up brain dead. The judge and prosecutor have already answered his dumb questions like 10 times, but he just won't stop. Do you guys think he's just stalling, maybe hoping they'll throw out the case or something? I really can't see any other reason. This guy is just gaslighting them into believing this stuff. His whole strategy just seems to be asking the same questions over and over, and then trying to gaslight the court into thinking they didn't answer him. Like, bro, we all heard them answer you multiple times too. This dude is just such a waste of time. I wonder how much tax money this guy is wasting just by refusing to get a competency review. Let's dive back in.
Your Honor, at this point, I think given the track record of Mr. Richard and his unwillingness to comply, the city is going to be asking that the court set bail and remand him on that bail to have the evaluation done in custody.
Mr. Richard, can you assure the court that you will come to an out of custody evaluation?
I will agree to anything if you guys can tell me the nature and cause of this action. My Sixth Amendment right. I need to know these things before we can move further. Are you refusing to tell me?
I didn't quite hear your question. What are you asking?
I need to know the nature and cause of this action. I need to know that before we can move forward.
Yeah, I believe that the court has told you that you're being charged with driving a license suspended in the 3rd degree and operating a motor vehicle without an ignition interlock device.
Okay, well, I have a question for the judge.
What's that,
Hello?
Mr. Richard?
Hello?
Mr. Richard?
Hello? Or can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You should sit down, and then instead of having me facing you at the clouds, you should participate in this hearing. Thank you. So every time we have a hearing, you ask these same questions, and we've explained to you that you're facing criminal charges and that we need to have the doctor speak to you. And so right now, your option is whether or not, as your attorney said, you can agree to meet with the doctors and stay out of jail to do that, or the court will have to remand you into custody so that they can
So
talk to you
basically,
while
you're
you're
telling
in
me you're
jail.
refusing to answer me. You're refusing to answer any questions? That's what you're saying? Because I just have questions.
We've answered your questions. We're going to proceed at this point. I'm going to.
I didn't even ask the question. So how did you answer it? That's what I'm saying. Are you refusing to answer the questions?
What do you want to know besides what you're charged with? What was your other questions?
My other question was, did you or did you not take an oath to uphold the Constitution? Can I just get a yes or no?
That would be a yes.
So you're enforcing statutes right now, and so you're totally going against your oath. So I'm trying to figure out what authority do you have to tell me to do anything as a public servant?
Mr. Richard, I am authorized by the revised Code of Washington to sit in this court. I'm duly appointed to be a municipal court judge. I've taken my oath. You're charged with a violation
if you
of
took
the
an oath,
RCW and the Lake
if
Forest
you took
Park
an oath, then
Municipal Code.
why are you enforcing statutes if you took an oath?
I know you don't think that it applies to you, but it does. So
I didn't say it didn't apply to me.
I'm
I
going
didn't
to
say it
set
didn't apply to
bail
me.
in this matter at
You're making
$10,000.
assumptions, ma'am. You're making assumptions, ma'am. I never said it didn't apply to me. But we both know here that the Constitution is not for me. It is for the public servants. So
The judge needs to hit this idiot with a contempt charge already. For one, the dude isn't even showing his face. That's just straight up disrespectful. And it's so obvious he's trying to mess with everybody by playing these weird mind games. He's making the whole court system look bad by getting away with this nonsense. And it's so frustrating that the judge hasn't done anything about it yet. We see it far too often with these sovereign citizens getting let off the hook despite being so disrespectful in court, only to end up with a slap on the wrist. I don't know why more judges don't just throw a contempt charge at him. If she were to give him one, it would be very much justified. This guy's a loose cannon, and I honestly think he's mentally ill. But let me know in the comments if you think this judge is being too soft or if she's handling it the right way. Let's dive back in.
obfuscation is
I'm
a
going
big
to
thing
set
now.
bail at $10,000 and we're going to end this hearing, Mr. Richard. You can report to jail. You can come in, but we are trying to do this without you having to be in custody, but you are refusing to cooperate.
I didn't refuse anything. I was never put on notice. So I didn't refuse anything.
Oh, you
Everything you're
were,
doing
I
right
know
now
you
is
were
because
put on
you wanna
notice
do
at
it.
our last hearing, so that's on the record. So
What's
I
on the
know that
record?
to be false, Mr. Richard. So that
So
is the status of this case.
everything that I asked you, am I wrong? Is that
Yes,
what you're saying?
yes, you're wrong. So we're
I'm
gonna
wrong.
fix this and we are done on this matter. Mr. Parent, if he does reach out to you and something can be arranged for them, but right now the doctors have tried twice to contact you and you've taken a spot that would have been available to someone else. So we need to progress this matter and that bail will be set and we'll continue with an in-custody hearing date when you are booked.
For the record, the judge is willingly going against public policy. So on here and in, you're held liable for everything you do from here and on out.
All right, thank you, Mr. Richard.
There's just no way this guy is going to show up in person for his competency exam. I'd honestly bet money on it. He's so prideful that it's honestly scary. He could have just paid the ticket and moved on with his life. But instead, here we are wasting everybody's money, including taxpayers' money. Now he's going to have to post bond, pay court fees, and waste everyone's time, including his own. It's like this guy is going out of his way to make everybody's life harder. And for what? To stick it to the government? There's no way the government cares about this guy, and it's only going to hurt him in the end. I know I rant about sovereign citizens a lot, but seriously, when is this nonsense going to end? These people refuse to accept that laws exist for a reason, and they somehow think they're above all of it. What's it going to take to put a stop to this? Honestly, I was starting to think maybe we should just ship all the sovereign citizens to some deserted island and let them create their own society. Can you imagine that? A whole island of sovereign citizens. No licenses, no courts, no rules. That's not freedom, that's chaos. I would honestly approve of that idea. Instead of paying my taxes for the courts and everything, I'd rather pay the transportation costs to send these sovereign citizens away. If you don't want to live by the rules here, then leave. Anyway, let me know what you thought about this court hearing in the comments. Do you think the judge was too soft, or did she do all she could? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.